First of all, this is no joke. In keeping with my pledge toward vulnerability, I decided to share my story. It started a couple days ago. Uh, Reading my Facebook memories, there was something that reminded me. I had posted at the end of the year that I was actually counting the hours left of the year 2010 because it was a horrible year. And I even went so far as to say I wasn't expecting 2011 to be much better. And it wasn't, nor was 2012 or 2013 or 2014 or a good part of 2015. That was when my wife um left and um ended up having me evicted from the house by playing legal games and having me evicted so that she could have the run of the place. Anyway, um, I ended up in a little one bedroom apartment, flat kind of thing, um, in the next town north of me. And I was renting week by week, having no idea what my future held. And I'll be honest, Bible college graduate, years in youth ministry and other ministry um, attempts. um, I I was done with the church stuff because my wife had been, into all of that as well. Her father as well, and I was effectively asked to not be a part of the church that we had been attending together. Not that she attended frequently at all, it was mostly me. But they sided with her. And um, I was told, yeah, the stuff that you're volunteering for, we don't want you. She might show up, it just wouldn't be good. And I said, oh, okay. And that was the point where I figured I was done. I was done with this Christianity stuff. Um, so as I was sitting there in that bedroom that I was renting, um, Sunday morning, I hear this voice across the street, and there was this church. And this guy had a big booming voice. He was welcoming people, laughing and joking with them. And um, I I watched through the window at the interactions going on, and I thought that wasn't bad. I could have done that years ago, but nah. in that uh, in the next week, I did some research on this church and just curious what's this about, and saw some good reviews and decided within myself, all right, I'll go once. And next Sunday morning, 8 o'clock was the first service they had. He was out there just greeting people, and I uh, got ready. And so when second service was gonna start at 9:30, I walked across the street and walked in expecting nothing. I was wrong. Um, Having been in ministry for many years, um, there were a lot of churches that I would not have attended if I wasn't actually working there. And I had in the back of my mind a lot of issues that was just wrong. with churches today. And I walked in, and this wasn't any of them. Um, they taught directly from the Bible at various levels so that anybody could understand, as well as people that could understand a lot more still got something out of it. Um, the they didn't take an offering. As a matter of fact, they actually encouraged a visitor like me to not put anything in the offering, because the offering was for, the people that wanted to and felt that they should go ahead. Everybody else, don't worry about it. That surprised me. Um, I looked at some of their literature and saw that they do not have membership there at all. And that was a sticking point for me, that, membership has its privileges, and, we'll treat our members a certain way, and you have rights as a member, but if you're not, sorry, go, join. And their belief was something to the effect of, if you attend here, you're part of us. We consider you one of the group. And that delighted me. Then I was reading in the bulletin how they had literally dozens of home Bible study groups where you could learn with your peers, that you could join up and you can learn at your pace in your hometown, and uh, that the real focus was on the Bible, not perpetuating or growing this church at all. Um, they said in the service that if you haven't been to this church before, um, and if you want or need food, just follow this path and you go through, and we'll give you food. And if you need clothing, we've got a room upstairs that if you need shoes or clothing or whatever, if we have it, you're welcome to it. And I thought, wow, that's pretty genuine, that they weren't holding things tightly, that they were giving to whoever, and they weren't, pushing people to do what they felt needed to be done. So that began uh, a transformation in me, that I saw in these people that I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to be in with them. And so I started attending the an adult Sunday school class the following Sunday, and connected with many more people, good people, lots of experience, lots of knowledge, and understanding more than anything. And I seemed to fit in. The I started attending the pastor's uh, Bible study that he had on Monday night, and he was going through some Old Testament stuff that I, you know, had studied and was kind of aware of. But he said, hey, there's a principle at work here, um, and it was literally answering a question that I had struggled with since I first went to college, 20, 25 years ago. And he answered it right there in the study. And it, I was blown away. It rocked me back on my heels. And I thought, what is this? What's going on here? And little by little, step by step, there was the encouragement to get up, do the right thing, go to bed, repeat daily. And um, I leapt at the chance to make positive progress in my life. And then when I was able to, uh, when all the restrictions were lifted and my wife was truly gone out of the house, my lawyer said, hey, you can move back home. And so I did. But I kept heading up to that place and attending everywhere that I had been before when I was just literally just across the street. It was worth the drive for me. Um, the uh, I think the biggest change in me was a change in yes behavior, but mindset and understanding and having more grace and willingness to deal with people at whatever level they are. Um, and there were very few people that I shared this kind of testimony with. There were people who were curious about, but that didn't want to press about, how things ended and, my relational status and marital status and all that stuff. That wasn't important to them. As important as was Aaron getting the help that he needed, um, and the understanding, the teaching, the training, the all the opportunities. And I I responded to that very positively. And so the people that I have shared any more than just the basic testimonies with, um, one person actually leaned in and said, "So are is what you're saying? So what you're saying is this church saved your life?" And I said, "No, no. God changed my life. He just used this church to do it." And that's where I exist to this day. That I value that relationship most of all, and I just want to do the right thing. And I want to hold out hope to anyone out there. Uh, Keep looking, keep search for truth. It's there. Find it. I'd be glad to answer more questions as necessary, but that was what I really wanted to convey to everybody today.